Have you ever heard about the face on Mars? It's a really intriguing subject.
Actually, I think I've heard of it, but I don't know the full story. What's it all about?
Well, back in 1976, NASA's Viking 1 orbiter was mapping the Martian surface, right? And in one of the images from the Cydonia region, there was this formation that looked remarkably like a human face staring up at the sky.
No way, that's incredible.
Yeah, it caused quite a stir. The face was about 2.5 kilometers across, and it had features that resembled eyes, a nose, and a mouth. It was pretty spooky in a way. People were immediately fascinated.
I can imagine. So, did people think it was a sign of life or something?
Exactly. Some people took it as evidence of an ancient alien civilization on Mars.
Interesting.
They suggested that it was an artificial structure, possibly a monument left behind.
But what did NASA have to say about it?
Well, NASA scientists initially dismissed it, saying it was just a natural landform. Essentially, a mesa that looked like a face due to light and shadow effects. But that didn't stop the speculation and conspiracy theories from spreading.
Of course not. You know how people love a good mystery.
Definitely. And the fact that the face appeared symmetrical added to the intrigue. Symmetry like that is rare in natural formations, so some thought it couldn't be a coincidence.
Were there any other mysterious structures nearby?
Yes, actually. In the same Cydonia region, there were other formations that some interpreted as pyramids or even remnants of a city.
Seriously?
This fueled the theories about a lost Martian civilization.
That's mind-blowing. But couldn't it just be our brains playing tricks on us?
Exactly. And that's where the concept of pareidolia comes in. It's when we perceive familiar patterns, like faces, in random or ambiguous stimuli.
Right, like seeing shapes in clouds or the face of Jesus on toast.
Exactly. Our brains are wired to recognize faces, so we often see them even when they're not really there. In the case of the face on Mars, the low-resolution images and shadows amplified that effect.
Did they ever get better images to confirm what it really was?
They did. In 1998, the Mars Global Surveyor captured higher resolution images of the area.
Okay.
Then again in 2001 and 2007 with even better technology.
And what did they find?
Well, the new images showed that the face was just an eroded mesa with no real facial features. It looked much more like a natural formation when seen in higher detail and different lighting conditions.
So that should have put the theories to rest, right?
You'd think so, but some people argued that NASA altered the images or conducted a cover-up.
Really?
They believed that the government didn't want the public to know about alien life.
That seems a bit far-fetched. Maintaining a cover-up of that scale would be nearly impossible, wouldn't it?
Exactly. With so many scientists and international cooperation in space exploration, it would be extremely difficult to hide such information.
Right.
Plus, other countries and private companies have access to Mars data now.
So it's more plausible that the face was just a natural formation that we misinterpreted.
Precisely. It highlights how our perceptions can be influenced by expectations and desires.
Absolutely. But it's still fascinating to think about. It makes you wonder what else is out there waiting to be discovered.
Definitely. And the face on Mars has inspired a lot of interest in planetary science and exploration. It even influenced science fiction and popular culture.
Speaking of Mars, have there been any significant discoveries about past life on the planet?
Well, recent missions like the Mars rovers have found evidence that Mars once had liquid water, like ancient riverbeds and lake beds.
Interesting.
They've also detected organic compounds in the soil.
So there could have been microbial life at some point?
Exactly. While we haven't found definitive proof of life yet, the conditions suggest it was possible.
That's exciting. It really is. Maybe one day we'll find fossils or some other evidence of past life on Mars.
That's the hope. It would have profound implications for our understanding of life in the universe.
Definitely. So, in a way, the face on Mars, even if it's just a natural formation, has played a role in spurring interest and exploration.
Absolutely. It captured the public's imagination and got people talking about space and the possibility of life beyond Earth.
Right. Do you think our fascination with finding patterns like the face says more about us than about Mars?
I think so. It reflects our innate desire to find meaning and connection in the universe.
Exactly.
We're curious beings, always looking for answers.
And sometimes that leads us to see things that aren't really there.
True. But it's that same curiosity that drives discovery and innovation.
Yeah,
So even if we're wrong sometimes, it's worth the exploration.
well said. Here's to many more mysteries and discoveries ahead.
Cheers to that.
Cheers!